Teach, what are you doing?
Hey, man, this is the biggest who cares for the Giants that they fired Gabe. I think about it like war, right? What are the wins above replacement for a different manager? What, we win 4 more games if it's not Gabe? This is not a big deal. We don't have talent, like you guys are saying. Nobody hits home runs. Nobody hits above 250. We need something different. And so, yeah, it's good to fire Gabe, but it's kind of a who cares. That's my take.
Teach, I'm kind of with you. And I say that as someone obviously who I like Gabe. I like Gabe Kapler. But this idea that something got fixed today, that's kind of why I want to explore it. And this is just me reading my own tea leaves. It feels like a lot of you are happy today because you don't like Gabe. Not because the Giants got better. I'm not celebrating today because, quite frankly, nothing happened. Nothing happened in the standings. They're still in 4th place, and they still don't have any good players.
Right.
I don't want to say, hang on, let me restate. They still don't have enough good players.
They're not good enough. The roster's not good enough.
And so until then, I got no backflips for you. I got no pom-poms.
But we don't know if they are going to get better at that spot at manager. Cole Kuiper, Dwayne's son, on Twitter said, which former Giant is up next as manager?
Okay. Why has it always got to be a former Giant?
It's funny.
It's the way a lot of teams do it.
If you let me work, there's a punchline here.
Rock on.
There's a picture of Tsuyoshi Shinjo. There's a picture. That's not even the punchline. Okay. There's a picture of Stephen Vogt, Pat Burrell, and your next San Francisco Giants manager, former Giant, Deion Sanders.
Oh, he does know how to get a room, doesn't he?
You know what I'm saying?
He knows how to inspire a base.
Transfer portal, am I right?
Oh, you want to talk about a blank
check.
Look
at Grant, he's grinning in there.
I like it. Can Shador hit?
Seriously.
Can he hit? I mean,
you hitting?
Hey, Stephen Vogt, by the way, is an actual name now.
Yes.
That's an actual name.
Yeah.
And Susan Slusser said that got thrown out. I don't know who threw it out, but she's obviously in circles where people who actually matter are talking.
He fits the bill, former Giant, former catcher, and a beloved figure.
And super smart.
Yes.
Super well-liked.
Yeah.
I love Stephen Vogt.
I do, too. Yeah. I believe in Stephen Vogt. Here's another tweet that came in on X from my good friend Box Kev, diehard Giants fan.
Your friends have the weirdest nicknames.
Box Kev is a former radio personality on a hip hop station.
It's still a weird name, but anyway,
his name is like Kevin something, but
I know,
he goes by Box
so many
Kev.
Of them. Oh, Mikey 2.0. People like
Box
I
Kev's
get
a
it.
legend.
But, anyway, go ahead.
Box Kev says, and he retweets over Alex Pavlovich breaking the news about the firing. He says, "Cool, now do Farhan next, cowards." That was his tweet. End of tweet.
A lot of people agree with that.
I liked it.
You're not going to win that one.
No.
But I know a lot of people feel that way.
And I am stunned, Mark, before we go back to the phones, I'm stunned that they didn't have these two
linked,
go out together. I know they weren't hired together, but he was handpicked by Farhan. So now what do you do with Farhan? If you don't extend him, how are you going to let this guy pick the next manager? To me, that doesn't make normal sports business sense.
Here's how I'll answer that. Because, gosh, how do I say this the right way?
Take your time.
The manager doesn't really matter that much. That's why I'm not celebrating today.
Body's not even cold.
I mean, come on, peeps. You see what they're paying these guys now? Okay, go ahead. How many managers in baseball could you name?
Oh, God, like maybe
I've set the over-under at 5.5.
I might be hard-pressed.
Okay?
Is Snitker still on the bench?
Especially if I took the former Giants managers away.
You can't do that.
Yeah,
that's not fair.
If I take Dusty and Boach away, how many you got?
Well, now I'm hamstrung.
Right? Who's the manager of the Chicago White Sox? And by the way, I'm not pinning you here because these are names I couldn't give you either.
See, I love how you're Googling it so you can look like the smart guy.
I have no clue. Who's managing the Pirates?
That's that one guy.
Yeah. It's a guy with the pirate uniform and the hat.
Yeah.
Right.
Comes out to do the pitching changes usually.
Who's managing the Rockies? I actually think I know
Bud Black?
That. There you go. Former Giants. See?
He's got to be one of the longest tenured guys out there nowadays. Yeah.
Who's managing the Padres?
That would be Bob Melvin.
Former Giant.
Okay.
Right. If we take away all the former Giants.
This is not fair.
They're
managing
all
former Giants.
Tampa Bay Rays? Who's managing?
Ooh, that's got to be still Joe Madden, right? He's about 4 jobs removed.
Right? Who's managing The Detroit Tigers.
Ooh, that for sure.
Don't say
is,
Jim Leland.
I was going Sparky Anderson, rest in peace.
Don't do it.
I'm a little older than you.
Don't
so
do
yeah,
it.
Sparky Anderson,
Okay.
Mark.
All right. Who's managing the Marlins?
Ooh, that's still no. That's
Don Mattingly, right?
No. I was trying to think of that really. The other really. Jack McKeon.
Exactly.
The really old. Is he still with us, Trader Jack?
You don't know because you don't care. Because it kind of, not totally, it kind of doesn't matter. I'll say it this way.
Well, it does for your team.
It doesn't matter as much as you think it does. How many times have you looked at an organization and went, boy, they really did a great thing today. They got a lot better. Why? Oh, because they fired middle management. That's what they did. They got rid of middle management. He ain't making all the calls. He's not making the lineup. He's not signing the players. Yes, he is involved. He is among those who are pointing to bullpen players or deciding who pinch hits a little bit. And what I guess he wasn't doing well latter half of this year, he's running the clubhouse. He's communicating. He is a leader, and he wasn't enough of that. So that helps. But I'm arguing today that I think most of you are happy because you didn't like him, not because the Giants got better today.
Well, we'll find out based on who they replace him with, if they got better or if they got worse, and you're going to have to wait for it because that announcement won't come for some time.
Absolutely. Yeah, they may need to wait and see who's available. There's a few names that could become available who aren't available yet.
But it doesn't matter because whomever they bring in is a middle manager anyway.
I said it doesn't matter as much as you think it does.
Then why did we cut the Fred Warner interview short? That would be a fair counterpoint.
We had a wonderful 10 minutes with Fred, Odyssey app.
Yeah.
It was great.
It's only 10? Could have gone on forever with Fred. He was very good.
Real quick, Steve in San Jose. Hey, Steve. What's going on? You're on Willard and Dibs.
Hey, love your show. Just started listening. I'm not really a Bay Area sports fan, so this is more of a question than anything else. But I'm just wondering, like, how the players have felt about Gabe and his competency. Like, it seems to me that a lot of times when managers or coaches get fired, you know, they lose the confidence of the players that they're supposed to be coaching. And I'm just wondering, like, how much confidence the players had in him, and whether you think that was a big reason why they let him go.
Yeah, Steve, thanks. I don't know how you'd answer that. I think mixed bag in terms of how the players felt about him. But I don't think that Gabe was fired because of how the players did or didn't feel about him.
Directly, but indirectly, yes, because if they would have felt better about him, maybe they would have tried harder.
Or maybe they would have played better. Yeah,
tried harder. There was the sense that guys weren't trying as hard as maybe they should have.
I think Gabe was fired because the Giants are in the middle of a PR disaster.
Right.
Not because
But the PR disaster was born in part out of their bad play.
Right, so attached, but it's not like as a manager you can just snap your fingers and make the players play better, no matter what you do.
Right, but there are things you can do to try to get them to play better, and whether or not he did enough is something that we can debate, but had they felt like he wasn't the problem, he would still be there.